Good afternoon, everyone. It's time once again for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. The Monday edition. Checking in here, looking at the chat. Greetings to Frank and Ben and Kelly so far. How's everybody doing today? Today's game will be between the Chicago White Sox and the Minnesota Twins. Chicago trying to get going. They come in with a 9-16 record. The Twins are 15-9 in third place, just 2.5 games back of the Orioles. As we begin play here, Joe Horland will take the mound for the White Sox and Jim Cott for the Twins. So two very nice pitching cards on the mound today. You can see here Cott won 25 games in real life. Take a look at their cards there. Well, I take a look at their real-life numbers so far in the replay. Horland has made 6 starts. He's 1-2 with 1 complete game, a 3.91 ERA, and 46 innings of work. For Cott, he's also made 6 starts, 2-1, 3.65, 2 complete games, 49 innings of work. So 2 good ones on the mound. How that will play out is anybody's guess. Twins, by far with the better offense. Twins hitting .259 as a team with 29 home runs. The White Sox .241 with only 19 home runs. So a lot more power on the Minnesota side. And good afternoon, Mike. How's it going? Okay. Let's go ahead and give you the White Sox starting lineup here, and we'll get started today. For the White Sox, Don Buford is the leadoff man. He's at second base. Floyd Robinson in right field, bat second. Tommy Agee in center in the 3 spot. John Romano will do the catching and bat cleanup. Gene Freese down at third, hitting 5th. Bill Moose Skowron at first base, bats 6th. Danny Cater once again against the lefty gets the start in left field. Al Weiss at short hits 8th, and Horland, the pitcher, bats 9th. Setting the Twins defensively, Jerry Zimmerman will be doing the catching. Killebrew at first, Allen and Versailles up the middle with Rich Rollins down at third. That's been the lineup, or I should say the infield alignment rather, for the Twins for quite a few games now. Killebrew over to first. Rollins has won the job, at least for the time being, at third. The outfield left to right is Allison, Tovar, and Oliva. And hey, Tony, how are you doing? Pretty good crowd on hand for a Monday game as Cott is ready to work and Don Buford steps to the plate. Buford, a switch hitter, will be hitting right-handed against the lefty Cott. Buford hitting .240 on the season, 3 home runs and a club-leading 17 RBIs as he stands in, and Cott delivers the first pitch. 5-3 right-handed. That is a base hit into right field. So Buford reaches out and drives it the other way, a little inside-out swing, and he is aboard. And Buford, as you know, with great wheels. Let's check the battery now. Buford's a star 17 stealer, Caught with a -1 hold. Zimmerman a -1 arm, so that would make Buford a 15, not held. The Twins will hold him on, making him a 13. And here's Floyd Robinson, the left-handed hitting outfielder. Hitting .278 so far. Team leading 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. So he's going to swing away here. Left on left. The pitch from Cott is a 1-11. Ground ball to first. Killebrew has it. His only play is to shovel to Cott covering. And Buford will take second on the play. Kitty Cott, absolutely. A Hall of Famer. Here's Tommy Agee now, probably the White Sox best player, but he's off to a slow start this season. 21 for 105. That's an even 200. Not a single home run yet out of Tommy. And he has 9 runs batted in. Trying to pick one up here as Cott goes into the windup. And here's the pitch to Tommy. It's a 5-6 right-handed. It's a double asterisk single, and that's going to plate a run. Buford rounds and scores. And Agee with an RBI single, and the White Sox are on the board. So Agee comes through for his 10th RBI of the season. He'll be held on as well. 1-13. John Romano will be the batter. Romano has been the cleanup hitter against left-handed pitching. He's hitting .259. That's 14 for 54. He's been a part-time player. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs for John. And Agee rather, is going to try for that lead, 2 through 6, 11, and 12. He's got the lead. Here's the pitch to Romano. There goes Agee, 1-13. He's in there by the skin of his teeth on a 13. And Tommy Agee has stolen it. So stolen base for Agee. That's his 6th of the season. He's been caught once. The next pitch to Romano. 1-7 lefty, and he loses him. Ball 4. How many times does that happen? Seems to happen a lot, at least to me. You steal a base and the next guy walks. First and second, one down. Here's Gene Freeze. Freeze batting .308, just 8 for 26. He's in his 12th game of the season. He's got a pair of home runs, 5 RBIs. Cott trying to settle down now. He's already been touched for a run here. 2 hits and a walk in the first. Checks the runners now from the stretch. Delivers to Freeze on a 1-7. It's a grounder down to third. Rollins gloves it to Allen for 1. To Killebrew, not in time. That's going to be a 5-4 force. Romano is erased. Agee moves over to third, and there's 2 away. Freeze, a star 15 stealer. So he's a 13 not held. With 2 outs. With 2 outs, the Twins will not hold him. Figuring most likely they're not going to make the last out trying to steal a base, and they would be correct. We will not, and Bill Skowron will be the hitter. Skowron hitting just .225. 2 homers, just 3 RBIs, however. Moose, a right-handed hitter. Cott checks the runners. Comes into the Moose on a 1-9, and that is ripped into the left center gap. That's going to roll to the wall. Agee can walk home. Freeze rounds and heads into third on a double by Skowron. And just like that, it's 2-0 Chicago. So the White Sox jump all over Cott here in the first inning. Kind of surprising, really. And Danny Cater will be the hitter now. Cater just 9 for 34. That's .265. He does have a home run. Cott checks the runners. Now comes set. The pitch to Cater is a 3-7 left-handed. That's a single into left field. That's going to drive in Freeze, rather. Skowron could try to score on that, but a 1-8 runner. They're going to slam brakes on him and hold him at third. And that's an RBI for Cater. 3-0 Chicago. And here's Al Weiss. Al Weiss in his career, a defense-first infielder. Not much of a bat, and this year is no exception. He comes into the game 5 for 27. That's a 185 average. So Weiss hitting a .185, does not have a home run. Cott trying to get out of this inning now and use Weiss as the out man. And here's the pitch on a 3-9. He struck him out. So Weiss overmatched by Cott. That'll end the inning. But the White Sox jump on Cott for 3 runs in the first on 4 hits and leave a pair. And after a half an inning of play, Chicago 3, Minnesota coming to bat. Yes, hello, Ben. A little bit of a rough start for the Cot Man. And while Horland gets ready to work, let's give you the Minnesota lineup here. Zoilo Versailles leads off at short. Cesar Tovar in center, hitting second. Tony Oliva in the 3 spot in right. Bob Allison will be in left field batting cleanup. It's interesting in that Allison's a W against right-handed pitching, and yet they still batted in cleanup. Rich Rollins, of course, at third, hits fifth. Killebrew at first, hits sixth. Bernie Allen, the second baseman, hits seventh. Jerry Zimmerman will do the catching today and hit eighth. It's a day off for Earl Batty. Caught a good hitting pitcher in the 9 spot. The White Sox defensively, Romano's the catcher, of course. Skowron at first, Buford and Weiss up the middle. Freeze at third. In the outfield, left to right, Cater, Agee, and Robinson. So here's Zoilo stepping in. Zoilo had a fantastic game the last game, didn't he? That was just the last game, I think. He's hitting .258 with a pair of homers and 12 RBIs. Horland stares in and delivers the first pitch to the former MVP. That's going to be a 110 right-handed. That is ripped into the center for a single. Triple on a 1. On a 20, it'll be a long single for Zoilo. Zoilo with wheels. Star 15 Steeler. Let's check that White Sox battery. Harlan a +2 hold. And the catcher Romano a +1 arm. So that's a +3, making Zoilo an 18. They'll have to hold him on, making him a 16. Unfortunately for the Twins, the 8 and 9 automatic caught pretty much deter him from trying for it. Maybe in the 9th inning if you had nothing to lose, right? He's at first, 2 down. You got to get into scoring position. You might gamble there. But not this early in the game. And here's Tovar. Tovar off to a slow start. 9 for 49. That's 184. He does have a home run and just 2 runs batted in. Tovar's played all over the field. He's in center today. Horland checks the runner. Now from the stretch, the pitch to Caesar is a 5-10 right-handed. That's a grounder to short X. That's Weiss. Tough play for Al. 3E68 as he ranges into the hole. And here's the play on a 7. He's got it. He shovels it to Buford for 1, and that's all they'll get. Versailles came in hard on the slide, broke up the double play. So 5-4X, that's a force. Tovar a star 17, so he'd be a 20 not held. They're going to hold him, making him an 18, and that's just too good to not try for it. And greetings to Greg. Welcome, sir. So Tony Oliva at the plate. Oliva comes in hitting .222, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Tovar's going to try for that lead now, 2-5. 10, he does not get it. What would he be on the back number just for kicks? That'd be 15 minus 4, 11. So Oliva will swing away. And I've got a dice down. There it is. Fouls one off. Horland gets a new ball. Staring in now. The pitch to Tony O. 1-6. That is into the gap and bounces away from Robinson. Oh my goodness. Here comes Tovar. He's going to come all the way around to score, and Oliva slides into third with a triple. RBI triple for Tony O. Checking his triples. That's his 3rd triple. Three to 1 White Sox, and Bob Allison will step to the plate. It's early on the day. Yeah, it's early on the daily triple. And where is Franklin? He usually has an inning. Welcome to Gerald. If you roll it, if you roll them, they will come. I like that. I may use that, Gerald, with your permission, of course. I'll put that in one of my headlines. How many did Oliva have that year? That's a good question, Frank, because he strikes me as a guy who would hit a lot of triples. Well, he had 7 to go with 32 doubles and 25 home runs. Pretty much filled up every box there, didn't he? Here's Allison. He is 11 for 47 on the season. That's a .234 average. 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Infield back early with a lead. Horland, a glance at Oliva. Full windup on the pitch to Allison. That's going to be a 5-8 right-handed. It's a liner right into the glove of Freeze. Oliva back to the bag. That's out number 2. And it will be up to Rich Rollins. Rollins, who swung such a hot bat, he earned his way into the lineup. 7 for 22 now. That's .318. He has a home run and 3 RBIs. Oliva dancing off of third. Horland, not distracted, comes set into the full windup. And the pitch to Rollins is a 2-10. High fly ball to left field, backing up his cater at the track at the wall. He leaps up and makes the catch on a 16. Oh my goodness. Rollins almost tied the game. Let's take another look at that one. 210 to 14. The roll is a 16. And the Twins will settle for 1 run on 2 hits and leave a man. Oh my goodness, that was exciting. I tell you, it's fun even when they miss it, isn't it? We played an inning. It's 3-1 Chicago. Here's Cott now, hoping to settle down after a rough first inning. Horland will lead it off. And there's Kurt Miller. Welcome, Kurt. And Kurt comes right at us with the fact that Floyd Robinson led the AL in doubles in 1962 with 45. Thank you, Kurt. That's a lot of doubles. What's the record? Like 61 or something like that? Here's Horland. He's a right-handed hitter, 1W. 67 maybe. I'm pretty sure it's in the 60s. Somebody will look it up now, though, I'm confident. Okay, caught against Horland. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch on a 2-6. He struck him out. Horland down on strikes. That's the second K for the Cott man. That'll turn the lineup over, and here's Don Buford, who led off the game with a base hit. Earl Webb. Thank you, Gerald. And that card is in the Strat-O-Matic 365 ATG set, in the online version of the game, which you've heard me talk about now and then. Good point, Frank. Was there ever a bad Robinson? I'm trying to think of a more obscure one, and Bill Robinson came to mind. Played during my youth. Okay, here's Buford hitting right-handed. Caught into the windup. Comes in there with a 6-8 right-handed. It's a lazy fly ball into left field. Allison tracking it. And he'll grab it for out number 2. So Cott appears to have settled down here in the second inning. And here's Robinson. Floyd 0 for 1. Left on left as Cott delivers. It's a 5-5. It's a home run to 7. A high fly ball to deep left center. Tovar going back. That's going to drop. Off the wall, Tovar picks it up as Robinson rounds, and he's in with a stand-up double. Five to 7. The roll is an 8, so he just missed it. Of course, in this case, it would have been better for the Twins if he'd have gotten it, because he's a weak against lefties. That would have been a single to 7. Instead, on the roll of an 8, it's a 2-out double. And Tommy Agee will be the hitter. RAG with an RBI single his first time up, came around to score. Caught staring in now. Here's the pitch to AG. 5-4 right-handed. It's a shallow fly ball into center. Here comes Tovar. He's there. And that'll end the inning. So no runs, a hit, one left. Caught able to settle down a bit here in the second inning. And welcome Bob B. If I'm not mistaken, Bob new to the chat. And that's a good question. I've been asked it before, but it bears repeating. I actually gave it a lot of thought. I definitely wanted a 60s season because I love pitching. I thought about 68, and I thought, well, that's a little too much pitching. Then I thought, okay, I want a year with Sandy Koufax. And then I thought, well, hell, 1966 was the year I went to my first major league game. My dad took me, and it was settled. It was almost like a light bulb went on. Well, of course, it's got to be 66. Bottom of the second we go. Harmon Killebrew will start things off for Minnesota. Killebrew leading the club in batting, at least among qualified players, at .329. 4 home runs, 15 RBIs. Horland into the windup. That's going to be a 2-5 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Cater going back. That is off the wall. Cater picking it up. Killebrew chugging into second with a leadoff double. Let's take another look at that one. 2-5 right-handed. Homer to 11. It's a 20. And Killebrew's in with a leadoff double. Gerald, I saw Sandy Koufax at Dodger Stadium. And I wish I could tell you I remembered it. I have vague memories of being at the ballpark and wanting things from the concession stand. That's about it. In 1966, I was far more interested in Marvel comic books than I was baseball. Again, I hate to admit these things, but it's true. Here's Bernie Allen now. Bernie comes into the game hitting .264, just 1 homer, 11 RBIs, left-handed hitting second baseman. Harlan a glance at Killebrew, but he has a very modest lead off of second. Harlan set. Pitch to Bernie Allen's a 2-4. It's a fly ball into left field, playable for Cater. He's got it, 1 away. Here's Zimmerman now, the catcher. Zimmerman, a defense first catcher, although pretty good against lefties. He is 4 for 16 on the season, a .250 average. Pretty good, though, when your backup catcher's a 2E2 -1, wouldn't you say? So Harlan to Zimmerman now, 1 on, 1 away. Here's the pitch to Jerry. It's a 6-11 right-handed fly ball to center. AG backing up. He is there. And there's 2 down. And it'll be caught with 2 down. Caught a pretty good hitting pitcher, left-hander. A 6 with end power. 3-7, he struck him out. So a leadoff double by Killebrew, they strand him there. We've played 2, it is White Sox 3, Twins 1. Oh, Wilbert, there you go. Boy, he's digging now. Wilbert Robinson. Gerald just did the 77 ALCS. That was Kansas City. New York, Kansas City, just from memory. Or was that 78? Actually, it was both of them, wasn't it? 77 and 78 they played the Royals. I still remember that shot of the dejected Freddie Patek. Who remembers that? That just sticks in my mind for some reason. After the game was over, sitting there with his head down. White Sox come to bat in the third, leading 3-1. John Romano will lead it off. He walked his first time up today. Cott gets the sign from Zimmerman. Comes in with a 5-5 ready. It's a high fly ball to left field. Going back is Allison at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run, John Romano. Holy cow. Let's look at that again. 5-5-2-11. The roll is 7. And for John Romano, that's his 4th home run of the season. That makes the score 4-1 White Sox. And Cott not having his best day today. Here's Freeze now. There's Franklin. That sounds about right, Franklin. Wait, wasn't the Pine Tar scandal, was that a playoff game, really? For some reason in my mind that was a regular season game. Who can forget that? I mean, my goodness. That's on YouTube, of course. Brett's meltdown. That's what I thought, Frank. Non-playoff game. Here's Freeze, 0 for 1. Cott gets the side. Here's the windup on the pitch. It's a 3-10 left-handed, and that is ripped into left center. That's going to be extra bases. Allison tracks it down. Freeze rounds, and he is in with a double. Back-to-back extra base hits off of Cott to start off the third, and now Zimmerman's going out to the mound. Checking on Cott. He says he's okay. We'll see. Bill Skowron due up. He's hitting, well, he came into the game at 225. He has a double. Caught ready to work now. Checks the runner. The pitch to Skowron, a 3-3. It's a grounder down to first. Killebrew's only play is to Cott covering. And Freese will scoot over to third on the play. With a runner at third and 1 away, Minnesota will pull the infield in already here in the third inning, trailing 4-1. They don't want to get any further behind. I'd have to agree with that, Frank. I've never seen a player as pissed off as Brett was that day. And the thing is, Billy Martin knew about this for some time. He was saving it for a key moment just like that to pull it out. Always the gamesman, Billy. Here's Cater. RBI single in the first. Runner on third, infield in. Here's the pitch to Cater. It's a 2-4. He pops him up on the left side. Versailles. Infield fly rule, he puts it away, 2 down. And here's Weiss. Weiss struck out his first time against Cott today. Cott checks the runner at third, now set. Pitch to Al Weiss on a 3-2, a line drive right into the glove of Rich Rollins, and that'll end the inning. Holy cow, a liner to third. Weiss hit it on the screws, but right at Rollins. The White Sox settle for a run on 2 hits. They leave a man at third and lead it 4-1. Holy cow, Kurt. 7 RBI day for Floyd Robinson, 1962. He had quite a year in 62, did he not? We just got a new Floyd Robinson card added to the ATG set in the online game. Bottom of the third we go. In fact, let's take a moment and look that up. I don't know if any of you guys play 365 online. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. Let's see how many Floyd Robinson cards are available to choose from now in that set. They call it the all-time great set, but there's a lot of bench players and whatnot too. Here it is. We just got the first one added, and it is the 62 card. I thought it might be. Leans right. Good outfielder. Decent runner. 312, 384 on base, 475 slugging, 45 doubles, 10 triples, 11 home runs, 109 RBIs. Floyd Robinson, 1962. To the third we go. Bottom of the third, I should say. Top of the order for the Twins. Zoilo will start us off. He singled his first time up, was forced. Horland into the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-9 right-handed. Base hit up the middle, and Zoilo's 2 for 2. Star 15 with a +3 battery. He'll be held at 16. Here's Tovar, hit into a force play his first time up. Horland comes set from the stretch. That's a 2-8 right-handed. He pops him up. Weiss waving everyone off and squeezes it for the first out. Oliva will be the hitter. The RBI triple in the first. And he was left standing there. Have my fresh cup of coffee here. Runner at first takes his lead. Horland from the stretch. Tony Oliva's a 3-6. Base hit into right field. There goes Versailles. He'll round and go to third easily. And the Twins have him cornered with 1 out in the third. First and third, 1 away. Bob Allison, the batter. Allison 0 for 1, line to third in the first. Infield double play depth here as Horland comes set. Here's the pitch to Allison. That's a 1-8, and he walks him to load the bases. Twins threatening here in the bottom of the third. They trail 4-1 as Rich Rollins comes to bat. Oh my goodness, Rollins 0 for 1. But if you've been following, you know that Rollins has been red hot of late. Infield back. Horland set. Here's the pitch for Rich Rollins. That's going to be a 1-6. He struck him out. Rollins takes a big cut and comes up with nothing but air. And there's 2 away. It will be up to Harmon Killebrew. Killebrew doubled in the second. Bases loaded, 2 down. This is a big at bat for the Twins and for Horland. Horland set now. The pitch to Harmon Killebrew. 2-8. Base hit into right field. That's an open single. At least 1 run will score. Versailles crosses the plate. Oliva can try to score. 16, 18, Robinson a +1, 19. He's coming. Trail runner would be Allison. They're going to cut it off. Oliva will cross the plate on a 2-run single by Killebrew. They'll cut it off and hold Allison at second. And suddenly we have ourselves a ball game. 4-3. At 1 through 19, yeah, that was the play for sure. Don't let Allison get to third. Okay, 2 down, first and second. Here's Bernie Allen. Allen 0 for 1, flew to left in the second. Horland trying to get out of this now as he comes set from the stretch. It's a 5-4 left-handed. That's catcher's card X. That's going to be Romano, a 3E3. And here's the play. On a 12, that's the E rating. It's a 3 on an E3, and he boots it. It's an error on John Romano, and that reloads the bases. Oh my goodness, E2. Error Chicago. For Romano, that's his first error. It'll be up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman, the backup catcher, 0 for 1. Bases loaded, 2 down. 4-3 White Sox. And now it's Romano going out to the mound. Harlan trying to look interested, but he's probably thinking, well, hell, John, it's your error that put me in this spot. Here's Zimmerman now. Harlan comes in with a 6-2, grounder to shortstop. Weiss has it. He'll go the short way to Buford, and that will retire the side. The Twins score a pair on 3 hits, and they leave the bases full. 3 innings so far. It feels like 5, and it's 4-3 White Sox. A lot of action in the first 3 innings in this one. Mookie is actually on the short tower, the old one. And his eyes are closed. Looks like he's sawing some logs over there. And you're right, Franklin. Yeah, they do have... The White Sox have some defensive problems, to be sure. But Romano hasn't been one of them. His error did no harm, however. 3 runs scored prior to that. But yeah, I mean, you look up and down here, my goodness, you got a 4E39 at second, a 4E53 at third, a 4 at first, a 4E14 in the outfield, a 3E68 at short. My goodness. Moving to the 4th in a 4-3 game, Harlan's going to lead it off. Kind of makes me wonder, where is our own Joel Harlan? Lake Tahoe Joel. Caught cassette now. Here he comes in there with a 6-10 right-handed, and it's a grounder to third base X. That'll be for Rollins, a 4E23. Rollins to his left. Here's the play. On a 16, he's got it and throws him out, 1 down. Nice play, Rich Rollins. 5-3X. Harlan retired. Oh, I forgot about that, Frank. I think he was. At least they were related in some way. And Kurt, thank you for that. That's interesting. Now I have to look at that. Well, we'll let Buford bat first since Robinson's standing on deck. Buford 1 for 2. Caught into the windup. It's a 4-9 right-hander. That's a base hit into center. Buford on for the 2nd time today. Star 17. -2 for the hold. 15. They're going to hold him on, making him a 13. Robinson only had 342 at-bats that year, and he's been playing pretty much full-time up to this point. So, yeah, I can see it. Runner at first being held. Left on left is caught working out of the stretch now. Delivers to Floyd on a 1-8 left-handed. It's a grounder down to second base. Allen has it. Shovels to Versailles for 1. On to first, not in time. It's a 4-6 force. Floyd's aboard. Star 18 Steeler. -2, 16. Held, he's a 14, and he's going to try for the lead. He needs a 6. Does not get the lead, and it'll be up to Tommy Agee. 1 for 2 in this one. Caught from the stretch. Pitch to Tommy, a 5'11" right-handed. It's a fly ball to right field X. That's Oliva. Gold Glove outfielder, 1E10 as he races towards the line. And here's the play. It's the error range. It's a 3 on an E10. That spells trouble, and it is. It's a 2-base error on Oliva off of his glove. Oh, man, Oliva should have had that one. And even the best make errors. That'll go as an E9. AG's into second. Robinson stops at third. And that opens the door for Romano. 2 out, 2 on. Romano a walk and a home run already in this one. Gene Freeze on deck. If you're thinking about walking Romano, it doesn't really get any easier. They're going to pitch to him. Caught the full windup now. It's a 6-4 right-handed grounder to short X. That's Versailles into the hole. 2E44. Here's the roll on the play. It's a 16. He's got it. Long throw in time, and the side is retired. Nice play by Zoilo. 6-3X. They strand a pair. No runs and a hit. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Cott will lead things off for the Twins. Cott, the left-handed hitter, 6 with end power. The pitch from Horland is a 6-8. It's a base hit into left field, and Cott aboard with a leadoff single. Oh yeah, Cott can handle the bat. Hall of Fame pitcher. A long line of Gold Glove awards, and he could hit a bit. So here's Zoilo now, 2 for 2. Caught the tying run. Possible bunting situation. Versailles a C. Zoilo's been hot lately, though. He's going to swing away. And there's the pitch from Horland on a 2-8. He pops him up. Weiss will take it. And that's out number 1. And yes, Franklin. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's not forget that. A long and distinguished career in broadcasting. Here's Caesar. He's 0 for 2 today. Runner at first takes his lead. Horland from the stretch. That's a 5-6 righty. He's another pop-up to short. It'll be Weiss again. And that's 2 away. Tony Oliva will be the batter. He's 2 for 2 in this one. Horland from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Tony O on a 1-11. Base hit into right field. It's an open single. Cott could try to go to third. Robinson a +1. 10, 12, 13. They're going to hold him up. I tend to lean towards holding pitchers up regardless of what the number says. And we're not going to have Cott make the third out at third base in any case. So first and second. Here's Allison now, 0 for 1 with a walk. Horland trying to get out of this now as he comes set. Here's the pitch from the stretch. It's going to be a 6-9 right-handed. That is a double to 5, 2-star single on a 13. That will score Cott, and we got a tie ball game. Oliva into third on the RBI single by Bob Allison. Let's take another look at that one. 6-9, double to 5, roll of 13. It's a single 2-star, and we are tied at 4. 3 hits this inning off of Harlan. And here's Rich Rollins now, 0 for 2. Guys, you humble me. I appreciate that. I don't think it's true, but I appreciate it. I really do. Here's Rollins now, 0 for 2. First and third, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Rich Rollins. It's a 6-7 right-handed, a single to 7. That's through past a diving Skowron, and the Twins take the lead. Oliva crosses the plate. They're going to put the brakes on Allison at second. And Rollins comes through again with an RBI single. 5-4 Minnesota. So the White Sox jumped out to an early lead, and the Twins have caught them and taken the lead. And here's Harmon Killebrew now. Harmon's 2 for 2 today. Doubled in the second, drove in a pair with a single in the third. And there's action now in the White Sox bullpen. They're hitting Harlan pretty hard here this inning. Dennis Higgins getting loose down there, a righty. Woo! You're not kidding, Frank. Okay, the meeting on the mound has been broken up. Killebrew standing at the plate from the right side. Harlan checks the runners. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-3 fly ball into right field. Drifting over is Robinson. He's under it, and that will retire the side. The Twins take the lead with 2 runs on 4 hits and leave a pair. We've played a wild 4 here in Minnesota today. Twins 5, White Sox 4. Both starting pitchers at one point or another on the verge of coming out of this game. Both have managed to stay in it. But they've both thrown a lot of pitches for 4 innings, that's for sure. Not that they counted pitches in those days. Oh, they charted them. But there wasn't the big emphasis on it that there is today. It'll be Freeze, Skowron, and Cater for the White Sox as we move to the 5th. Caught ready to work now. Freeze standing in from the right side, 1 for 2 today. Caught into the windup. The pitch to Gene is a 110 left-handed. It's a fly ball into right field. Oliva ranging to his right. He's there. 1 away, and here's Bill Skowron, the Moose, 1 for 2 today. RBI double in the first, grounded to first in the third. Caught staring in. Here is the pitch to Skowron. It's a 1-9 left-handed. That's extra bases. Oh yeah, that's down. It's going to roll to the wall. Tovar picks it up. Skowron rounds and scoots into second with a double. So tying run in scoring position, Danny Cater comes to the plate. Well, you're not kidding, Franklin. It feels like no lead is safe in this one. I haven't counted it up, but look at all the red. Of course, hits in red, for those who don't already know that. Hits, RBIs, and runs in red, actually. Here's Cater, 1 for 2. Endurance not a factor for these pitchers. Caught an 8, Harlan a 7. Caught set now. The pitch to Danny Cater's a 3-4. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. That's going to be off the wall for extra bases. On a 19, he's in for a double. Skowron scores, and we got a tie ball game. Back-to-back doubles here in the 5th. Holy smoke. Zimmerman out to the mound. Activity now in the Minnesota pen. Zimmerman, a lot of righties. It looks like it's Dave Boswell, the right-hander, throwing down there. Yeah, you said it. You said a mouthful there, Ben. What was billed as a pitcher's duel has been anything but. Go ahead run in scoring position, one away, and Al Weiss the batter. Caught staring in to get the sign. Here's the pitch to Weiss on a 5-6, single 2 stars, and the White Sox reclaim the lead. In to score is Cater on an RBI single by Weiss. And that hit may have just kept Horland in the game. I was debating whether or not would you hit for him in a tie game. Now leading by a run, he's going to hit. Let's check his bunting rating. He's a B, and he's going to lay it down. It's a 9B, and he lays down a successful sacrifice bunt. So Horland does his job. That moves Weiss into scoring position. Two away, and it'll be up to Buford. Boswell throwing with a little bit more intensity down there. Buford 2 for 3 in this one. Caught on the ropes here, baby. Here's the pitch to Buford. 6-3 right-handed lazy fly into center field. Tovar waiting on it. It's up there. Finally does come down, and that's the inning. The White Sox 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave one, and they reclaim the lead 6-5. Holy cow! So we've had them leading 3-1, 4-1, 4-3. Twins took the lead 5-4, and the White Sox immediately reclaim the lead 6-5. I wouldn't bet against you, Frank. This Minnesota team can hit. And today the White Sox are hitting as well. Against a great pitcher. Bottom third of the order for the Twins in the bottom of the inning. Bernie Allen will start it off. Allen 0 for 2. Horland set now. Wind up and the pitch. That's a 4-4 left-handed. It's a fly to center field X. That's the Gold Glover. Tommy Agee's going back, still going back. A 1 E8. Here's the play. It's the E range on a 9 on an E8. He makes a fantastic running catch for the out. Oh my goodness. What a play by Tommy Agee. Yes, caught due to bat in this inning. In fact, he's on deck. Here's Zimmerman 0 for 2. Horland into the windup. 3-5. Base hit, Zimmerman. Zimmerman with a 1-out single. Now he represents the tying run. Would you hit for Cott here? Pretty good hitting pitcher. He's 1 for 2 today. They trail by a run. It's only the 5th. I'm inclined to let him hit. Cott, not a good bunter. That's the only thing he isn't good at. He's a D. Probably a better hitter than he is a bunter, but he needs to get in that 2 column. He's going to swing away. A left-handed hitter. Horland comes in 6-7, single to 7. It's a liner speared by a leaping Buford, and Cott is denied. Liner to second. Throws back, Zimmerman back in time. He wasn't far off the bag to begin with. And here's Zoilo. Zoilo 2 for 3. Zimmerman takes his lead. The pitch from Horland. It's a 4-7. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Just the second K for Horland. And for the White Sox, it couldn't have come at a better time. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We've played 5. It's Chicago 6, Minnesota 5. And I'm kind of with Frank there. Yeah, I certainly believe the Twins are going to score again. Pretty much the ace pitchers of both teams. Neither one of them having their best day by any means, but neither one ready to leave after 5, that's for sure. Floyd Robinson will start off the 6th here. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Left on left, caught set now. Comes in there with a 6-11, little grounder up the middle, cut off by Versailles. Throws to Killebrew in time. So Versailles shading Robinson up the middle. Fairly easy play for Zoilo. 1 down, here's Tommy Agee. Agee 1 for 3. Caught staring in to get the sign. On a 4-5, he lofts one into right field. Oliva there. He'll take it for out number 2. So a couple of easy outs for Cott, and here's Romano. 1 for 2 with a homer. Caught into the windup. 4-6, swung on and missed. Strike 3. A nice inning for Cott. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. And here come the Twins. Before we go to the bottom of the 6th, I'm going to take just a moment to refill my coffee. And we are back. Okay, where were we? Bottom of the 6th, 6-5 Chicago. Cesar Tovar will lead it off for the Twins. He's 0 for 3 today. Horland gets the sign from Romano now. 3-5, he walks him. A leadoff walk to Tovar. He's got wheels. Star 17, battery +3 at 20, held on, he's an 18. No, that was not a truck backing onto the field. That was the microwave. Bottom of the carafe, had to put a little heat on that last cup. Tovar is going to try for that lead. He's an 18 held, 2 through 5 for the lead with Oliva at the plate. 4, he's got it. Pitch to Oliva, here goes Tovar. Romano's throw, 1-18, he's stolen it. Stolen base, Tovar. For Cesar, that's his 2nd stolen base of the season, and here comes the next pitch to Oliva. 5-11 lefty. It's a fly ball to left field next. That'll be for Cater. Tough play for Danny. 4-14 ranging towards the line. On an 18, that's down for a 2-star single, and we've got a tie ball game. Cater unable to get there. The stolen base pays off as Oliva drives in Tovar, and it's a tie game. Oliva with wheels himself. 18 not held. He'll be held to 16. And he's going to try for the lead with Allison at the plate. 3 through 6 for the lead. He's got it. 1-16. Here's the throw. He's in there. Oliva with a stolen base. And the Twins are running free and easy on Horland and Romano now. Here comes the next pitch to Allison. 5-7, right-handed. It's a grounder to second base X. And this is where the White Sox get in trouble. Hold your breath on this one. It's Buford, a 4-39 at second. And here's the play on a 7. He makes the play. A nice stop by Buford. Throws to first as the runner moves into third. Oh my goodness, 4-3X. Buford showing off some range on that play. Oliva over to third, and that's the first out of the inning. Tie ball game in the bottom of the 6th. The go-ahead run at third base with only 1 out, and here's Rich Rollins, and the White Sox will pull the infield in. Harlan on the ropes here, quite frankly. Checks on Oliva. Here's the pitch to Rich Rollins. 1-5, grounder to short with the infield in. That will save a run. Fielded by Weiss, looks the runner back and throws him out. So infield in saved a run there. And it will be up to Harmon Killebrew. 2 for 3 in this one. This is a situation. I tell you, if I'm the White Sox here, I'd put Killebrew on and pitch to Bernie Allen. And that's what they're going to do. So 4 wide ones to Killebrew. I can hear the groaning, and frankly, I don't really like it either. But that's, you know, you gotta, we're playing both sides here. So intentional walk to Killebrew. It'll be up to Bernie Allen. And I would have to think if Harlan doesn't get Allen, he might be headed for an early shower today. Allen's 0 for 3 in the game. First and third, 2 down in a tie ball game. And here's the pitch to Bernie Allen on a 3-7. Struck him out. So the strategy works. They get out of the inning with just the 1. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 left. Holy cow, what a ball game. 6-6 after 6. Yes, Frank, clutch situation. Both starters still in there in a wild one. Oh my goodness. You got to have the feeling that both of these starters are just on the verge of getting knocked out here. Caught through a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. He'll be facing Freeze, Skowron, and Cater in the 7th. Freeze 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch from Jim Cobb. It's a 1-11 lefty. It's a little slow roller to first. Killebrew will take it to the bag. 1 down, and here's Moose Skowron. Skowron has a pair of doubles on the day, 2 for 3. Caught into the windup. Comes in there with a 6-6 righty, and it's a double to 5 on a 10. Skowron will settle for a long single, and the go-ahead run is aboard in the 7th. Skowron, not much of a runner, and too early to take him out. So Danny Cater will come to the plate. Danny's 2 for 3 today. Caught, checks the runner, now working out of the stretch. Pitch to Cater's a 4-6, swung on and missed, strike 3. Oh my goodness. For Caught, his 4th strikeout of the day. 2 down, and it will be up to Al Weiss. Weiss had an RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Switch hitter batting righty. From the stretch on a 2-8, swung on and, 2-9, a fly ball into left field. I beg your pardon, 2-9, fly to left field, routine for Allison, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, 1 left. So Cott still going strong. Seems to have settled down a bit, in fact. Here's Horland now. Going to the bottom as we stretch in the 7th. Zimmerman, Cott, and Versailles do. Decision time again as we stretch for the 7th. Let's take a look in on Mookie, shall we? Yeah, why not? There he is. There's the tower. Just pleasantly napping. Hey, Mookie. No response. So we're going to cut off the beer sales to Mookie. Looks like he's already had a few too many. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, Jerry Zimmerman will start it off for the Twins. He's 1 for 3 today. Hang on while I refresh the screen. Get caught up on the chat here. Out like a light. Let sleeping cats lie. Okay, Horland ready to work here. Zimmerman standing in from the right side. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-6 righty. Grounder down to third base. Freeze has it. Throws him out, 1 down. Tie game in the 7th. I'm inclined to let Cott hit again. If they were trailing, I'd hit for him. Of course, Horland will be hit for in the 8th. That makes it tough. On the other hand, Cott is an 8-inning endurance, Horland a 7. Cott's going to stay 5-5, left-handed, fly to left field. That's playable for Cater. And there's 2 down. That could have been a mistake. I'm willing to accept that. I'll take the flack for that one. Here's Versailles, 2 for 4. Horland's pitch, a 4-3 right-handed, a lazy fly ball into right field. There's Floyd Robinson making the grab, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Horland. Through 7, 6-6. Horland due to lead off the 8th, and they are going to hit for him. So they went as far as they could with Horland. A 7-inning pitcher, he went 7 today. He allowed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12 hits off of Horland. Holy smoke. 6 runs. He walked 3, one of them intentional, and struck out just 4. Looking ahead to the Minnesota batting order. They're going to bring in Jack LeMahieu. He pitched in this game in real life. And to lead off the inning, let's see what we've got here on the bench. They used Barry McNerney in real life. Looking for an on-base type guy. The batter will be Ron Hansen. Hansen, who had been the White Sox regular shortstop up until just recently. Not much of a batting average, but Hansen was very good at taking a walk and leading off an inning. That's what we need. So here's Hansen now. Let's check his numbers on the season. Just 211, no homers, 1 RBI. Caught, ready to work now. Pitch to Ron Hansen, a 6-12 right-handed. That's a comebacker. Grounder to the pitcher X, caught a 1E14. Here's the roll on the play. On a 19, he makes the play. Nice play caught. 1 down, 1-3X, that one will go. Hansen's retired. And here's Buford. Don Buford, 2 for 4. Didn't Hansen Brothers make a line of soda pops back in the day? It was a health food in California. I think it was Hansen Soda, right? Supposed to be a more natural alternative to soda. I remember that when I worked at Alpha Beta Markets in California. Come to think of it, I have not seen that in many, many years. Here's Buford. Caught set now. 5-12 righty. Another comebacker grounder to the pitcher X. Caught. 1E14. Here's the play. On the error range, it's a 12. On an E14, he makes a fine play to retire him. So 2 nice plays by Caught. 1-3X. 2 down. Back-to-back X plays off of the pitcher. How often do you see that? And it'll be Robinson, 2 down, nobody on. Floyd, 1 for 4 in this one. Left on left as Caught delivers. 4-7, he struck him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Caught. So if nothing else, Caught rewarded the manager's faith in letting him bat in the bottom of the 7th and retires the Sox in order in the 8th. For the White Sox, they'll have a new pitcher. Jack LeMahieu's going to come in. He's a righty. Pretty good card. Results, not so much. In fact, he's only pitched in 1 game. He's 0-1 with a 10.8 ERA. Very good against right-handers, however. Pretty bad against lefties. It'll be Tovar, Oliva, and Allison. Right, left, right for the Twins. Tovar's 0 for 3 with a walk. White Sox do not have a lefty in the pen unless you count Juan Pizarro, who is available, but he has a very weird, massively backwards card. Here's LeMahieu ready to work to Tovar. It's a 3-9 right-handed grounder to short into the hole is Weiss. Long throw across in time. 1 down. And here's Tony Oliva. So LeMahieu will have to face 1 left-handed batter this inning. And Oliva, hotter than a pistol, is 4 for 4 today. And a welcome to John Wise, who's joined us. Is it Wise or Weiss? Anyway, welcome, John. Oliva triple and 3 singles in this one. LeMahieu ready to work. It's a 6-4 left-handed, a grounder to third base X. That's Freeze. Hold your breath on this one. Freeze a 4E53. Here's the play, a 53. It's the E range on a 12. It's a 9, and he boots it. So error Freeze. And that shaky White Sox defense we were talking about rears its head at a very inopportune moment in this ball game. Their second error of the day. Oliva a star 15. Let's check the battery now. LeMahieu a 0. Romano a +1. And that'd be 16. They're going to hold him, making him a 14. And the hitter will be Bob Allison. Checking the White Sox pen. Bob Walker not available. Higgins is up again. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. It's drama time. Runner on first being held. Here's Allison now. 1 for 3 with a walk. LeMabe set. Checks the runner. Working from the stretch. Pitch to Bob Allison on a 111. He bangs a single into center. That's an open single. Oliva could try to go to third on that. 16, but AG with a -3 cannon. 13, they're going to slam the brakes on. First and second, one down. And here's Rollins. And now Higgins is getting ready in a hurry here. LeMabe in a jam. Largely not of his own doing, however. The error hurt. And here's Rich Rollins. Rich 1 for 4. LeMabe checks the runners. Pitch to Rollins is a 4-8 right-handed base hit left field. Oliva can try to score. He's a 16. Cater +1, 17. They're sending him. Here's the throw to the plate. He's in there. The Twins take the lead 7-6. Oliva in to score. Allison a 15. Scoots into third. Rollins will stay at first with the RBI single. An unearned run, but that's going to do it for LeMabe. Here comes Stanky, and they're going to bring in Higgins. Game on the line here. Higgins deserved better, probably. A third of an inning, 2 hits. No walks, no strikeouts. 1 run in, 2 on, still his responsibility. So Rich Rollins, second hit of the day, gives the Twins the lead. It's 7-6 here in the bottom of the 8th. That's going to get Al Worthington tossing lightly in the Twins pen just in case. Higgins on the season. He's been in 5 games, no record, but a brilliant 1.17 ERA. He's charged with the task of getting Harmon Killebrew, who's 2 for 3 with a walk. First and second, 1 down. First and third, 1 down. I beg your pardon. Allison went into third. And that will mean infield in for the White Sox. So infield in, runners at the corners. Higgins ready to work now. Here's the pitch to Killebrew. That's going to be a 2-6 high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Cater at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Killebrew, and the fans go crazy as Killebrew can touch them all after a 3-run blast. Oh my God, let's look at that again. 2-6 righty, 1-17, it's a 12. And for Harmon Killebrew, his 5th home run of the year. And that should probably be enough. That should do it. 4 runs in. It is 10-6. Yes, 10-6. Minnesota. Holy cow, that breaks the game wide open. Killebrew, his 3rd hit of the day, is a huge one. He has 5 RBIs in this one. Oliva was not retired. 4 for 5, reached on an error. 3 runs, 2 RBIs. So player of the game competition stiff here as Bernie Allen steps to the plate 0 for 4. Higgins into the windup. That's going to be a 2-10. Grounder to second. Buford has it, throws him out for out number 2. And here's Jerry Zimmerman, the catcher. So Higgins enters the game and is greeted with a Killebrew 3-run bomb. Here's the pitch to Zimmerman. 2-9, triple to 10. That's down and into the gap. Holy cow, look at that Zimmerman run, 1 through 9. Cater picks it up. The throw to third is not in time, and Jerry Zimmerman has a triple. Oh my goodness. How about that? That's got to be his first triple, wouldn't you think? And it is. Who said there was going to be another triple? Somebody did. And now look at this. Cott's going to bat again. And with a 4-run cushion, he'll be going for the complete game. The pitch to the lefty is a 6-8. It's a high fly ball to right field. That's on the track is Robinson to make the catch. He does have end power. Homer 1-3. The roll is a 7. And Cott flies out to right. 4 big ones, largely due to the 3-run bomb by Harmon Killebrew. We go to the 9th. 10-6, Minnesota. And Cott, who in the early going looked like he was going to be doing well to go 6. And here he is on the verge of a complete game victory. Heart of the order for the White Sox, A.G. Romano and Freese. A.G., 1 for 4 today. Caught staring in. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch to A.G. on a 3-9. He struck him out. A.G. down on strikes. That's 1. Here's John Romano, 1 for 3 with a home run. Caught ready to go here, working quickly now. Comes right at him with a 4-9. Base hit into center field. Romano's second hit of the day. I hear you, Frank. I kept letting him bat, thinking, man, this is a pitcher who's got to go deep. And it worked out this time. It doesn't always. Gene Freese will be the batter, runner at first, 1 down. He's 1 for 4 on the day, doubled back in the 3rd. Cott checks the runner from the stretch. The pitch to Freese is a 5-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. Cott trying to end it with a flourish here. As the White Sox are down to their last out, it's Moose Skowron who has 3 hits on the day. Singled and doubled twice. Cott staring in now. Deep breath. Ignores the runner. Full wind up and the pitch to Skowron on a 5-7. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And Cott strikes out the side in the 9th. No runs, a hit, 1 left, and that's the ball game. 10-6 the final, and I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. Holy cow. Quite a few people here today, too, and boy, am I glad you saw this one. What a ball game. Oh, my goodness. So Cott goes all the way. With the win, he improves to 3-1. He scattered 4, 5, 7, 8, 11, 13 hits. Six runs. He walked just 1. Well, you couldn't walk too many and give up 13 hits and win. Let's see, strikeout-wise, he started off slow, but he finished strong. He had 2, 3, 4, 5. He ended up with 8. LeMahieu was charged with 3 runs. Two earned. Higgins 2/3, 2 hits and a run. LeMahieu takes the loss. He's 0-2. LeMahieu falling out of favor in the Sox pen. He hasn't had much of a chance to pitch. That's really not fair to him. It's not that bad of a card. But man, he's been in 2 games and he lost them both. Well, it's still very, very early. Let's be realistic. It's the totals on the game. The Twins, 10 runs, 16 hits, no errors. The White Sox, 6 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. 29 hits in this one. Player of the game, I'm inclined to split it between Oliva and Killebrew. Oliva 4 for 5, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. Killebrew 3 for 4, a run and 5 RBIs. Looking ahead on the schedule, tomorrow we're going to have the battle of the bottom feeders. It's the Cincinnati Reds at the New York Mets. Don't be discouraged, you know. Some of the best games are between 2 bottom-dwelling teams. Jim Maloney will start for the Reds, Tug McGraw for the Mets. No, I missed something here. Are you the man with the glass? Oh, you're looking for him on Facebook. I get it now. Didn't understand the question. Hey, I want to thank everybody again for joining me today. That was a good one. I'll look for you again tomorrow, 1:30 Pacific, Reds at Mets. Until then, Spokane Steve wishing all of you a pleasant good evening. Take care, everyone. Goodbye from Spokane. Goodbye from Mookie. Mookie. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. Take care.